Tammeron, an inspirational storytelling business mentor, joining you live here on Facebook on Wednesday, January 31st at 222. Normally I'm live with you guys every Tuesday, but if you saw my post yesterday, unfortunately I was traveling. Thought I could do a live Facebook at 222 in an airport, but unfortunately the signal just wasn't strong enough so that I could do a live video. Yes, it's great we get free internet. So here I am back in Northern Ontario, and you know what? Let's be honest, for a lot of you guys, I know you're feeling this energy. We have an eclipse that happened early this morning here in Northern Ontario. We've got a full moon tonight, and something super powerful is also happening on the planet that the few people that I've been talking to, they're not even aware of this. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit of information with you guys throughout the video today, so please stay tuned to the end of this. I've also got a free webinar happening tonight, so I want you guys to stay till the end. I will tell you how you can find some information about that, because yeah, it's a super powerful day being on a full moon. So we're going to be answering that question. What are we getting from Spirit? Like, what can we finally let go of? Something that's probably been lingering in your consciousness since 1999. Now, why 1999? The question is because tonight is our full moon, the last day of January. We've got February coming up next month. What's happening next month is there is no full moon going to happen this year in February, okay? So what that means is there's an entire month. So from an astrological point of view, this is fascinating times, okay? The last time this happened was back in 1999. So when I heard this, it was like, okay, this is a powerful full moon energy. So if you have anything lingering in your consciousness about something that might have happened for you, then this is a great opportunity for you to connect with other energy workers, women in general, healers, you know, light workers. We're all here. I'm going to be sending out some posts today to get some people to join in. And it's a time to finally release anything at all that's still lingering, anything that just makes us question ourselves or doubt ourselves, so that we can finally let go of this and step into our true power, be working on our divine purpose, which we were meant for. We are all meant for something here on the planet. We all matter, every single one of us, because there's a reason why we're all here, okay? So with this happening tonight, I want to make sure that there is somewhere where you can go, where you're going to feel safe, connected, work with some other people, and to be somewhere where you know that you know, we can connect together and let go of anything lingering, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff that, you know, everybody's charging thousands and thousands of dollars to be in this group. And you know what? Sometimes it's nice just to be hanging out with some people that you know are just like you, okay? So again, this is tonight for the full moon. My full moon webinars are always going to be free. So if you have anybody who's a woman and you feel that she will want to feel more empowered by gathering with other women, this is when I do this. And remember that if you are a guy and you want to connect with other energy workers, healers, to help work through your emotional challenges, the opportunity that I have for men is the new moon, okay? So for women tonight, it's the full moon energy. And remember, guys are welcome on the new moon, okay? That's when I do it for free, so anybody can be there. So let's get started with today's reading. Again, I love to share with you guys. I've got my teacup because I am back at home. Today, I'm drinking Tulsi tea. Now, Tulsi tea is actually a very potent tea that comes from India. It's a sacred tea, and I used to sell this tea in Southern Ontario, and it actually is really for people that are going through these spiritual challenges, because it gives you such a sense of peace. It has like a very light floral scent to it. It's kind of green. But even when you open the package, I'm telling you, it smells amazing. So it's definitely very spiritual in India. I don't know a lot about Indian culture, but I do have a lot of Indian customers that used to come into my store. and it was literally considered sacred, where they used to bless it. People would grow it in their home. So just think about all these elements of it, you know, how it can affect you if you are going through a challenge. So I encourage you guys to get some Tulsi tea. There's also blends that people put together, and Tulsi can be one of them. So very, very powerful. So I encourage you guys to do that. Again, whose deck are we using today is Colette Baron Reed's deck, Wisdom of the Oracle. This is the deck I'm going to be using so far this year in 2018. Why? Because I want to learn how to use this deck and also give you guys some of the knowledge and share from this as well. So I've just done a 2-card draw that I had sitting around to yesterday. So we're going to jump right into it. So I just want to remind you guys as well, my Tammeron's Place business membership has opened up. We are now accepting entrepreneurs. We've got things running. I've got some courses and some things happening starting again in February. So if anything resonates with you, please reach out to me or send this video to somebody else. Again, when it's Facebook Live, you just right-click, copy the URL, and then you can share this with someone, okay? So what's going to happen? If you've got anything lingering, I'm serious, go back to 1999. What was happening for you, okay? For me, that's actually when I was suicidal. I felt like I didn't understand my life. I questioned my life, like, why am I here? Why am I a genuinely good person? Why do all these crappy things keep happening to me, okay? Because for me, it was always about betrayal. I was constantly being betrayed by people, and I didn't understand the big picture. And through years of working and reading books and working with other spiritual teachers, I finally got to the root of the issue. So it's very powerful. So again, when you guys connect with me, you also get to connect to the people that I know. And this is why it's important for people like us to hang out together in these memberships, okay? So my membership is only $36 a month Canadian. So again, you can always send me a message and I will give you guys more information, because the website's going to be up by the end of February 2018. So here we go. 2018, I was feeling suicidal, was like questioning stuff. And what I realized was that a lot of this stuff was happening to me because I was giving my power away. So this was my life lesson. And when I finally learned how to stop doing this, things changed for me, and I started attracting different people into my life, and it was more about abundance and understanding when to stop saving everybody and stop trying to fix everybody else, when really it was me that needed fixing, okay? So it was a big, big lesson, and I see this happening still for a lot of people, okay? So I'm taking my sweater off here again because I'm having a hot flash. I got the fire going. But anyways, what advice can Spirit give us if this is someone like you, where things keep happening in your life and you just don't know how to clear it? Well, the first card that came up came up in the upright position, and it says clean it up. Okay, I'm going to get back to this. And your action step that came up is not for you in the upside down. So we read this card differently. So we're going to go back to the first card. What is Spirit saying? Look at this, clean it up. So basically it's saying you've got to get to the root. You've got to work with someone. If you can't figure it out, you've got to work with someone who maybe has had the same personal story, okay, and they finally got to that understanding. And that's what I talk about myself, is that in my groups, you know, again, you don't hear victim stories from me. You hear how I finally understood, you know, the root issue of what was happening for me. So this card is saying it's time. You got to get rid of it, because again, if you don't clear these patterns, they will keep showing up in your life, which means it might be a different person, but you're going to be like saying, oh, this feels like the same relationship or the same thing happened in your business, okay? So I used to say, why? Why me? Why does this keep happening? Because I never took the time to really understand it, okay? So with you guys, that is the benefit. The second card that came up is saying not for you. So this is your action step, okay? So with this card, I want you guys to look at it. And if you see the card, I'm going to just post it up here really quick. You see the hand on the top of the card, okay? And then the bottom. Really good picture in here. It's like the fortune cookie, okay? So the fortune cookie, if it was upright, it's saying no, no. If this keeps showing up, it's like, wait a minute, no, I don't want this to happen. I'm done. But it came in the challenge position. So what is actually happening in this message is saying you need to be very careful of what it is that you are saying to yourself. So if you catch yourself in a moment is like, oh yeah, I'll never be able to do this. I'll never be able to figure it out. Oh, poor me. Oh, this is just how my life is. Whatever. That's what the message in this card is saying. That is not the message you want to be giving yourself. You need to clean up what it is that's lingering within yourself, that anything that you've said to yourself for so long that may have been passed down through your parents, it may have been passed down through your family, it may have been passed down through a teacher. It is something that is still lingering within you, and now is the time for you to finally release this, okay? It's not your stuff. Because this moon is 1999. This is an opportunity for generational healing, for something that is so much bigger than just you alone. Okay, it's a very, very powerful day. So in the full moon tonight, we are going to be doing this webinar that is absolutely for free. And I want you guys to connect with my energy because, again, as a healer myself and as someone who was and still is a spiritual seeker, what I realized that every single day, I need to make sure that my connection to my spirit is as strong as it can be. And every day I have a practice. And a lot of us have different things that we use, but when we gather together, we can magnify our energy. So if you've got someone in the middle like me, that this is my daily practice before I work on anybody else, before I help anybody else, before I do anything for work, today, every single day, it is me first. And now I have the power and I have the energy that I can bring it forward so I can be there energetically and support other people. And I'm going to share something. Every time I let go of my spiritual practice, that's when chaos showed up in my life, when I started working too hard, when I was out there running around trying to help too many people. And the person I needed to help every single day first was me. Put the air mask on first, then I can feed my children. Then I can help other people, okay? So many of us get caught up in this, and sometimes we just need someone to remind us or have a tarot reading to remind us of what we need to do. So in this webinar tonight, I'm going to be talking about some high-grade essential oils. I'll be talking about a book that's very, very powerful, and collectively we are going to join together. So the 3 essential oils that I'm going to recommend today is some of them I'm going to be talking about again tonight, and I might be adding another one. And to use your essential oils, I'm going to show you here. Oh, you can put them in a roller ball. Again, when you join my membership, or if you decide you want to buy the grade of essential oils that I use, CPTG grade, I will teach you guys how to do this. You get a lot of this free knowledge by being in this membership on how you can make them yourself and how you can dilute them and have them more cost effective. You can start making them for your friends and your family, and I teach you, okay? These are some of the bonus gifts. And with my background in holistic health and working with things as Bach flower remedies for many years and being a certified teacher and passing down my knowledge by using high-grade essential oils, this is where the magic is. So a lot of times, and I'm going to be honest, people say to me, what was in the bottle? Because they're like, every time I use it, I feel magical, okay? So again, as a healer, you know, there's a lot of my energy and a lot of the things that I do. Okay, and you're going to learn how to do this stuff when you're in my group. So people always say this is magical. You guys are going to see some of my testimonials on my website coming up. You know, a lot of people, yes, I'm getting hearts. Yeah, again, it's because, you know, I have knowledge that I want to share you guys. And it's so easy to do, okay? If you can play a memory game, if you can mix and match, it's easy, all right? I'm going to make it so simple, okay? Because people are lost. They buy stuff and they don't know how to use your products. Or you can pre-mix them and you can start using them in your diffusers, pre-mixed as well, and then you just add the drops into your diffuser. You can put them on topically, however you want to do it, okay? So there's 3 essential oils I'm going to recommend for tonight. Again, if you don't have them, connect with me. I'm going to teach you guys. You can even get some free stuff in my group too. Is number 1 on this full moon detox is for generational healing. We want to use an essential oil called white fir. Now, white fir, I want you guys to think of the trees standing tall, the wisdom of trees. Think of these, you know, videos or movies where you see like, you know, what is that? The Harry Potter movies and the, oh, what's the other one? Not Harry Potter, but when you see these trees and they talk to you, you know, there's wisdom in trees and there's medicine in trees, you know. When you start using energy, or when you start using essential oils that come from trees, even Bach flower remedies, nothing gets in your way. It's like, boom, here I am. Boom, I've got a job to do. I've got a mission, okay? So trees are super, super powerful. All right, so white fur is going to help you, especially if, oh yes, thank you, Angelique, Lord of the Rings, okay? So yeah, so if you feel like, you know what, sometimes you're around people or family and, you know, you get caught up, like you know that you have a mission, and yet you look at some of your family members and you go, they just don't get it. That's okay. They are probably never going to get it. But if you are in a group of people, we are here to support each other. You can bless the people you're around. You can hang out with them. You can eat their food. You can do whatever it is, but you got to come back to you. Okay? All right. You can decide when you want to go off your little bit or whatever, but you know what? Just remember who you are. Okay? I attract a lot of people, and I'm now calling you guys my spiritual seekers. Okay? You've questioned your life, and I totally get it. All right, so white fur is very powerful for that, and it holds your energy strong. It's almost like your protective barrier. So the other essential oil I would add to this is melaleuca, and melaleuca is very similar. It does the same thing. It's a cleansing oil. It breaks the patterns, okay? It's like boom. So in Bach flower remedies, this is where you would want to use walnut. They call it the link breaker. Okay, so when you're ready to release something, you want the melaleuca essential oil. Some people call it tea tree oil, but it is a super powerful essential oils. It also protects your energy. Okay, so you can be around these other people and stay true to yourself. The other essential oil I would recommend is black pepper. Now, this is a very, very interesting essential oil. Okay, and in Bach flower remedies as well, the remedy for that, this is the root of all codependent relationships and codependent behavior, which is to do with all of our addictions. Okay, so if you study Carolyn Myss's book, that information is that when you go deep within yourself and you don't allow anybody else to get in your way, and you can be true to yourself, nobody else but you, okay? That's when you start releasing all this anger and frustration with these people you've had some of these relationships. And remember, of course, they're going to be people you care about, because that's why they're in your life with you, okay? If it was people that didn't matter, it wouldn't have mattered to you. Okay, so super powerful. So black pepper, what it does is, I'm going to do it this way with the cards. All right, when someone says to you, how you feeling, what's going on, and you're like, oh, everything's good, everything's great, yeah, but deep inside you're like, get me out of here, I can't stand it, I'm angry, I'm frustrated. What black pepper does is allows you to take the mask off. Okay, so when you have an opportunity to express yourself, you can understand what you're really going through and allow yourself an opportunity to release it, okay? And by being in a group where it's okay to be you, it's okay to say, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, you're gonna see someone saying, yeah, that was me, and this was what I needed to understand. Because remember, sometimes when we see something in somebody else, it's really got nothing to do with them. It's you, okay? So it's you. So in my 28-day program, the Elixir of Life, we go through this in the 28 days, and we start talking about some of these powerful relationships that we've had with people that have frustrated us, drove us literally crazy, but they were our partners in life. They chose to be here because we chose to dance with them here in this lifetime. So if you don't resonate with this, one of the best movies that, you know, people need to really understand that message is Rocky. You know, go back to the collection of Rocky movies, and when you get to Rocky 3, then you understand, yes, that person was meant to be here, and you can co-collaborate with these people. You cannot co-collaborate with them if you're still angry and frustrated. You need to be in a place where you can say, I bow down to you. Thank you for being that partner. I'm so glad it was someone I cared about. So how can we join our energies together without anybody still having to change who they are? all right? Because let's face it, you know, we stay in our skin. There's certain things we change and certain things our personalities are going to stay the same, but we can honor that part of ourselves, okay? And then, you know, you can let go and you can finally forgive and, you know, really focus on some other stuff as well. So lots of fun here. Again, I don't want to keep this too long. I'm hitting 20 minutes. So if this has resonated with you, if you're thinking about someone, you know, as you're watching this live video, please connect them to me. If you could please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is where all of my videos are being reloaded after I film them on Tuesdays, is my channel called Tammeron's Place, and I'll also be putting some other free content in there as we get some of our other stuff going. The live webinars are eventually going to be loaded up on there too when we've got high-speed internet, so we can gather with more people. You can go back and watch them, and you will have full access to all that information as well. Okay, so every 28 days, my Elixir of Life program is going to start. For members, you get a discount, and depending on what level you come in at, you might even get this program for free. It is a regular price of $96 Canadian, runs every 28 days. But here's the beauty of it. Once you do it once, you have access to all the information. You can redo it, because sometimes I need to redo it. Sometimes I get caught up in stuff and I'm like, wait a minute here. What do I need to do today? So it's a very introspective program that you can do, and you can reuse it and and have it for the rest of your life. So I designed it that way. I introduce you to some high-grade essential oils. We start talking about some very spiritual books, all right, to get you guys on your way and to really live your life more fully so that you can finally let go and have that abundance happening in your life. Okay, so last thing I want to just remind you guys is tonight is my webinar for the women. Free webinar tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be gathering with other women. I'll be talking about some essential oils. I have some free gifts for anyone who joins. We talk about goddess energies, your archetypes, and when you have a deeper understanding of your archetype as a woman, you really step into your power, because, you know, again, too many people try to be somebody else. And when you're just living your life and understanding your own archetype, you know, you see the power in that, and it gives you more confidence, and you can walk through life with a little bit more grace. We'll be talking about some oils, and at the very end of the webinar, we will be doing a free energy clearing. We'll be doing a quick guided meditation together. And even the people that were on the last webinar said that was super powerful, like they woke up the next day feeling like a different person. So again, I just love to share my knowledge and to give you guys something to help you manage the emotional energy here on the planet right now, so that you guys can live your life in a more fulfilling way. So again, I will be live again on Tuesdays at 222. You guys can see me for another reading. And if you have any questions or comments, reach out, okay? I'll be back again soon. Cheers for now.